Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We are really grateful today to have had you. There's one enigmatic way to call you, the very powerful Iron Lady. How do you take to that before we even go forward? How do you take to, that understanding or the, personification of it?
I think with a mixed feeling, because there are those who mean it as a compliment, but it emphasizes the fact that we have disparities in how women and men are viewed. Strong male leaders are seen as upcoming strong leadership.
Okay.
But for women, they have to get a moniker. That's why Iron Lady.
It's coined.
I have not heard of an Iron Man.
Exactly.
Because they take it that it's natural for a man to show strength.
To be iron.
But for a woman to show strength, that's out of step.
The inspiration for me in that, and that's why I asked you why what do you take of the context of Iron Lady? Was today, let's go back to the iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
Today, what I've heard from you is iron sharpening iron.
Okay.
A woman who is so inspirational, sharpening other women. And we are grateful for that, because as I'm coming from this conversation, first as a woman, before delivering any conversation to others. So that's my gratitude. Now, we had a very young person, Alex.
Yes.
Alex stood out, and he spoke one point after another. Your integrity. He spoke about your. I'm not gonna go back to the political, inspiration that you have, or where you have been, what ministries you covered, because people can find that in you. But I'm going to go back to what that young person spoke of you. Now, when you see that of young people and what they can speak and how much they know about you, how does that go with you?
I'm grateful, and I feel vindicated that my long service to Kenya, in and out of office, because even a person who does not have an office can serve. It's validating, and it energizes me even more to do the best I can for my country. Yeah.
Okay, because that to young people, the inspiration is that he was able to talk to us about your track record, and we are looking. Every young person, every young Kenyan person is looking for that leader with a track record of no corruption, leader with a track record of humility. Because that's important, and you talked a lot about that. A leader, a woman leader who is thoughtful about the community, thoughtful about their leadership, and we've had that. So I'm really grateful that you're saying you can connect to these young people and be able to inspire them. But then again, we are in the diaspora. And you've come and met us, and we are grateful for the time. You had a very, very, very busy schedule, and you still made time. Now, to speak about the diaspora, someone asked a question about what about the diasporans? Now, my question to you is, in office or outside office, you've talked about talents. There are many talents in the diaspora. How are these talents to you? How can these talents really be connected? There are many people here given an opportunity tomorrow. They want to come and make a difference in Kenya.
I want to say that the doors will be open for diaspora as well as for the people living in Kenya, because there's talent both in the diaspora and at home. We'll remove any barriers that can stop any Kenyan from accessing the decision-making table where they can contribute to their country. And the decision-making table is not only at the government level. It's at many other levels. The government has many levels, and there is enough space for all of us to contribute. There are some who will contribute as private sector, as business people, showcasing different talents. There are those who would like to work in the public service. The doors must be open for competitively accessing that table, because the government is not able to employ everybody. But we must open doors for competitively accessing. And when we don't do that, the country loses out. We have so much talent in Kenya and out in the diaspora. Kenyans powering Africa. Kenyans powering Europe, Kenyans powering the US. We are everywhere. Asia, Kenyans are everywhere. We need that talent they got home to develop Kenya and Mother Africa.
Wow, thank you. And then, okay, now if we go to civic education, you talked about, okay, we heard about Miss Marianne, who spoke about the fact that even here, I'm glad you said that equal opportunity, whether we are in the diaspora or in Kenya, everybody should be given the opportunity. So diasporans should really feel like, oh, we know better. You actually gave a very good point about it's about the talent and what the Kenyan can offer to be able to make change in Kenya. But there was civic education spoken about today. How are we making change to that in the fact that she spoke about Kenyans here or people here who don't even also register to vote? It's same as sometimes we see in Kenya and no change being made.
I actually call it civic engagement. There are things people know and they do not act on them. And there's information you get. And information is a two-way traffic. When we engage, we inform each other. And I would like to see all citizens of goodwill being active in civic engagement. When we engage the way we did here, I leave also with points I didn't have. So we inform each other. And it is us who will tell the electorate, engage with each other to say why it's important to vote, why it is even more important to vote for value-based leaders, for leaders of integrity, why it is important to vote all 6 offices, if it's in Kenya. You know, evaluating each leader individually. Evaluate the party, yes, but evaluate the leader as well. So that if I am telling you, only give me PLP, and PLP has a candidate of moral infirmity, you should be free to say, applying the criteria of value-based leadership, I don't find the candidate worthy. That's why as parties we must strive to let the people in a free and fair nomination process choose their leaders.
Choose their leader.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, the humility with which you actually are able to explain these things. I just want to connect with everybody and just say, why not Martha Karua? When she can speak and you're able to understand. I'm sure my youngest daughter was able to understand exactly what she said and can connect with it and go say, this is how change should be done, the way you have spoken it. Now, let's go to, you've served as a judge. No association in corruption cases, graft or anything. And we, you know, it's a glory in itself because it is something that we don't see happening in Kenya. It's there in the homes, in every walk where you're going, you're finding a lot of corruption. Even the children are now learning to be corrupt. Now, you're fearless, you know, in how to speak about these things. And we're not pushing to say, you know, like, say it and let it happen tomorrow. But what do we do about this? Because I think that's the fear for many people in the diaspora going back home to set up or to live. What's your encouragement about where we are at with the corruption?
I think the realization that nobody else will transform Kenya for us. It is Kenyans of goodwill.
Kenyans
the country we run to to improve our livelihoods and as economic refugees, say Britain, where we are, the rest of Europe, Americas, even countries in Africa we run to. They have been developed by their nationals. In America, they even had to fight a civil war to come to terms and get a constitution that governs how they work. In Kenya, we fought for the 2010 constitution, which we have not implemented, yet it has the answers. The realization that nobody else is going to pick up our mess, it's us who have to put things together and make a country, build our democracy, our transformation. I say, if not me, then who else? And I'm inviting every Kenyan to ask themselves, if it's not you Who else? Let us join hands. Tuungane, tujikomboe. We need to build a country that we will be proud of, a country that works for all of us. Yeah.
Wow. You have heard her. Let us join hands together. Tuungane, tukomboe nchi yetu, tujikomboe. I mean, as in, because no one could say it better. If currently, statistics show about 80% of diasporans actually want to go back home.
Yeah.
And then you're at home, 75% or probably a percentage of people back outside of the diaspora want to go to the diaspora.
Get out. Yeah.
And so it's that balance. Nisisi tujikomboe. Thank you so much.
Our country is a land of opportunities. Let us join hands and make it work for all of us. Yes.
Okay. Now, lastly, just tell us in encouragement and invitation, the PLP party, so that people know where you are and how to engage and what forums where they can, like how to, to spearhead with you in this journey and walk with you in this journey, because I'm very sure many are inspired and we all want a woman leader who can make change.
Log in to plpkenya.com. plpkenya.com, lowercase. And you will find about us. Join us in the liberation movement, because we are saying this is a liberation movement to liberate ourselves from shackles of economic enslavement, violation of our rights, all manner of ills. Please join us. You can contribute to the party, to the policies.
Yeah.
You can come to the liberation movement, contribute by word of mouth, informing others. You can also donate to support the work that we do.
Yeah.
The outreach, the branding. Look for where you can stand in the party, position yourself. You can come in as a candidate or just as a member, but join the liberation movement. It's our struggle, it's our country, it's our lives.
It's our lives. So as you have heard, there's no question about it. It's an open invitation. If you're there, you were saying, I'm in the diaspora, I've not been given a chance, I'm a woman, or you're even a man, it doesn't matter. Like today, open invitation, you can join. It depends on where you are at. What do you have to offer? Bring it onto the table.
Yeah.
And our Excellency Lady, she's willing and welcoming all of us to be able to participate.
And to leave no doubt, I'm offering myself as President of the Republic of Kenya.
Wow.
Believing I have the necessary skills to turn around Kenya, to bring order by applying the rule of law.
Yes. Order by applying the rule of law. That is absolutely the most basic thing.
Yeah.
It sounds so basic and not achievable, but we do believe that we can achieve it with you. We've seen what you have achieved yourself. We've seen the humility of what you have stepped down to. You haven't had to ask for much. You have left offices not to take what the offices bring with them, and we do believe in you.
Asante sana.
Yeah? Thank you so much, and thank you for the humility. Thank you for visiting us here in the United Kingdom.
Thank you.
Keep it TKDM. Please watch that clip and join and support our Excellency Miss Mother Karua. We are grateful. Thank you so much.